As you all very well know, the US-China trade deal was signed. I want to remind everybody, though, that this is not the final deal, okay? There is still uncertainties. This is still phase one of the deal, so a partial deal, if you may, and there is going to be, of course, more headlines over the next few weeks, potentially even months, if we see that China doesn't respect its ends for this agreement. Now, on the other agreement that we are all expecting and waiting for years as well is Brexit. They're supposed to leave on the 31st of January, leaving only an 11-month transition period, a very short time, if you ask me. The House of Commons voted for Boris' plans. We are expecting just to receive news whether the House of Lords is going to accept it. I want to make a parenthesis here and let you know that the House of Lords does not have the same power as the House of Commons, okay? But they could start a tit-for-tat war, just a swing between the two parliamentary chambers if they start requiring amendment. So there is some risk there, if you ask me, from the House of Lords. And of course, then the biggest risk is to see whether the European Union is going to agree on these terms, because 11-month transition period is something that the European Union is not really keen in providing. I want to talk about the euro pound then today, because it affects miners, and also I want to talk about the USD against the South African rand, because we have interest rate decision today. So kicking this off with euro dollar, or with euro pound, we've talked about this upside move down here for a while now. We are on the 8-hour chart, by the way, so a long-term view over here. We ended this move up here, and most likely going to see an A, B, and a C. Now we are actually currently moving up to complete wave B, which is a correction anywhere between the 0.5 and 0.61 Fibonacci, okay, which is between this and this level, the top on the bottom. The question that I still have as well is whether this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we are currently doing wave 4, which is going to be a bit more, take a little while to form, because wave 2 was sharp. Or did we end wave 5 down here with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? That could also be a case. But I'll be honest, I'm leaning towards the first scenario, that we are moving on a 4, okay? And this could then out to be a triangle. Then we could have a 5 just to take out the previous lows. Then we're going to see a 3 for an ABC correction, and then move again down, at least from a technical perspective. However, and since we remain below this level, right, we could still, I mean, I don't think we're going to have another degree to the downside, which 5 ended over here. So that tells me that this is a 3 and this is a 4. If we move above this level, it means that the story might change a little bit. It means that we might have had wave minor 5 down here, and we are moving now for the ABC correction. Whatever the case is, I would really pay attention to that, okay? So 1, if we break above the 85.75, okay? And 2, whether this move actually continues and becomes a triangle. The other pair I wanted to look for the day is the dollar against the South African rand. We are expecting the interest rate decision today in a few hours, probably 6-7 hours from now. So I want to show you here what I see, right? And you can, of course, take that and use it to your advantage. I'm seeing here okay, so we ended the 5th up here, and then we went into NWX, and looks like a combination of, for me, which is a combination. This is a triple zigzag, okay? We have the X as an ABC, and then we have a triangle, okay? So if we assume this is going to be the scenario followed, to be honest, then we're really looking at this bounce down here becoming another 3, ABC, to take out D, and then another one to take out E, and then we should be moving to the upside. Right now, this is again on the 8-hour chart, so we are longer term, looking at the longer term today. Okay, now with that being said, if we look at the RSI, right? If we look at the RSI over here, we get some sort of bullish bias over here, okay? Because this is price here is higher than that one, but the RSI is moving lower. Now, but in terms of momentum, it crossed above the zero line. Momentum is positive, and the histogram is also positive, which is a good indication. So what it looks like to me will happen is that we're going to move a little bit higher, create a nice divergence over here, okay, because this is what will happen potentially. And then we should get the B after this, yeah, and then another move to the upside to see wave D. The decision today, of course, is going to affect prices, okay? If there is a cut, we're going to move exactly as we expect with a move to the upside. Then we should see B and C.